think of any movie I've done, this has the highest number of difficult shots. In terms of the visual effects elements that we shot 8,631 visual effects elements. It's my record.
Let me guess. You must be Xerxes.
The trick of this scene really is a huge height differential. Xerxes is supposed to be 7.5 feet tall. He's played by Rodrigo Santoro. But in actuality, Rodrigo and Jerry Butler are exactly the same height. So we had to figure out a way to make these two characters a drastically different size, but keep the quality of the interaction natural and convincing and not draw the viewer out of the movie.
Frank's book shows that Xerxes is almost a head and a half taller than Leonidas. So we did a test of that. And so the 10-foot version of Xerxes was outrageous. He just looked like a giant. He just looks huge.
So we made him 8 feet tall, and that still looked a little big. So we went to 7 feet. He looked a little small at 7 feet. So we settled on 7.5.
We totally had to come down to 7.5 feet from 10 feet because of the ridiculousness of 10 feet. 7.5 feet tall for two actors that are the exact same size, it just shows how over the top Xerxes is too. Everything about him is over the top, so scale is also.
Let us reason together.
Some of the work we did just in camera. You know, since a camera only has one eye, it's limited in its ability to tell the difference between a big object far away and a small object close up. Leonidas was shot with one camera, and Xerxes was shot with another camera. The camera that shot Xerxes was using the same perspective that it would have if it had shot him normally. It was just a little bit closer.
When they were acting, Rodrigo had this teeny little Jerry that he had to put his hands on, a little Jerry head that stuck on the thing.
Jerry Butler, on the other hand, had to look over the top of Rodrigo's head because he was looking at something that was supposed to be taller than Rodrigo really was.
We would put a laser sometimes on the green screen, way back. And so those were the two tricks we kind of used to scale. With the Wall of the Dead, if you look at Frank's drawing, it's almost like the bodies are like cresting like a wave, like washing down on it. And that was really, I think, the thing that was the biggest challenge.
The challenge was to start the wall off as a big, vertical, intimidating element. We started off doing a little bit of previs just to kind of get an idea of what Zach wanted to see in the movie.
Chris and I talked about it a lot, about what the aesthetic of the fall would be. And we decided we really need to see him get hit by a body, to see him, fall down. We couldn't reset and do it a bunch of times because it took a long time to carry the bodies and put them up and then dump them down. So Chris came up with this idea of shooting the same drop with 3 cameras to allow us to get all 3 plates at once. And also to have continuity between the fall because it actually gave us the foreground, the midground, and the background all in one take. That worked out really cool.